Hello, it's me, Stephen Allen. I just thought I would show you this really quickly. This is my little VHS camera setup. I have the camera powered by a V-mount battery, which is in my backpack. And I'm going to walk around getting some shots before it gets way too dark outside. It's raining a little bit, so we'll see. But I wanted to get some test shots of my VHS camera. And I was going to do some test shots with my Super 8, but there's no rush to that because I can't process that. You know, I have to send it out to have that processed and scanned, so I can just get some test footage like at any point. But I wanted to do this and see what it looks like. I did some tests earlier today, but I think this is cool. It's just huge, so I'm sure I'll look kind of weird and crazy, but honestly, it's New York City and I don't really care. I'm pursuing my art. Anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about filming with a VHS camera. I really like the look of it. You know, not for every type of story that you want to tell would you want to use a VHS camera, but I like the look of it. I like the look of vintage technology, and I like utilizing different types of technology. I like the little I guess, I was going to say mistakes, but not really even mistakes, just the nature of the medium. When you're recording to tape, you get some, I guess, inconsistencies that happen, and I really like it. Because when something like a mistake or, I guess, something happens with the actual, it's the medium itself. So if some weird sound happens when you're recording to tape, or some weird artifact shows up when you're recording to film, or if you're shooting with film, if you're shooting, you know, with a film camera stills, or a movie camera, or with VHS tape, because this is still, VHS is still analog, even though I think they have like digital VHS. I think that's the thing. But it's analog, it is an analog medium, at least this is. That's what I've read. But I do like how VHS is a medium that you can see the footage right as soon as you want to see it. Like it is just as immediate as recording to like an SD card, because you just put in the playback mode and you play it. You have to rewind it and play it. But then I can just put it on my computer. I do not have to, sorry, I do not have to develop it. I don't have to wait a week. I don't have to have some company process it. It's immediate in that sense. And then for, yeah, so any of the issues, because it would glitch a lot, and I really like that because it's the medium itself. It's not like a mistake I'm making. It's just the medium, and it could be the camera, because I think it's supposed to, the tapes are new. I mean, relatively, who knows when these tapes were actually made, and the camera looks like it hasn't been used that much because it's very clean and doesn't have scratches on it. But it's just kind of like, you know, you could digitally make these things happen, you know, make it sound like tape, make it look like VHS, make it look like film, but it's still going to be digital, and you're still using, I guess, if it's a good program, an algorithm that's going to manipulate the footage where it's not like a consistent error that it's causing, or a consistent type of like consistent noise or consistent glitches where it happens like every few seconds. Is going to like make it a little more random. But still, it's like, why not? I don't know, I like using the medium itself. I like playing around with it. And I do like editing and doing stuff digitally as well. I mean, that is a resource, so you can make it look like it's VHS. What would be kind of cool is to have some actual VHS footage and some digitally made VHS footage and compare it. I know that's been done before, but just to kind of see what it looks like. But anyway, what I've seen so far, I really dig it. I really like it, because it just, draws you into, I don't know, it changes the, of course it changes the look, but it just puts you in a certain mood. And it also inspires my creativity. But it really does inspire my creativity because it's like, okay, so what does this make me think of when I see this type of footage? Like, what kind of story can I tell with it? So I'm really looking forward to shooting with this camera. And I think that I would like to shoot something next week with it. I wonder how, you know, some of the actors might feel like, I don't want you to shoot with VHS, I want to put in my reel. How am I going to use that? And then others will be like, that's so cool, I'm so curious to see what it looks like. I feel like most actors would like it because it's like a creative thing. So we'll see. We shall see, but I need to keep this plugged in while I export it. Just moving my camera. Here. I'm really excited for my Super 16 camera. I have to watch some tutorials about loading that footage, loading the reels in, because you have to do it in complete darkness. It's the whole thing. I'm glad I shot with my Super 8 today, and I shot with my VHS camera. That was so much fun. People were staring at me like crazy with that VHS camera, and I mean, it's understandable, I guess, but it's just like, whoa, like all these doormen just kept coming out of nowhere in the building and just standing outside looking at me almost like I was a threat. I'm like, I'm holding and it looks like a VHS camera. It just looks like, what is he doing? And I'm sure that's all it was. Like, who is this guy? What is he doing? Sir, you can't film here. I'm not trying to film you. I'm just filming on the street. We need to call the authorities. He's filming with the VHS camera. Something must be happening. Wouldn't that be crazy to just like vlog with a VHS camera? I think I want, well, maybe one of these videos, one of my videos might be just a vlog with the VHS camera. We'll see. I hope you're having a grand time wherever you are, and I just want to say, be brilliant. All right, bye.